Blog Talk
See.
Radio.
You want it, I got it, anytime you desire. Hustle always ain't stopping, we live with that Endie Fiya, fire. Get it straight to the point, no chaser, no false facts and no chaser. Gas we're on your way, that entertainment news with a little bit of daily inspiration. Put it off to the side, east to the west, to everyone in this nation. Every week is a celebration, with a girl in motion and an RP4. Switching the keyboard, we are no sleepers, giving the game on all we know. So, won't you please pay attention, especially if you're really on your own trying to get it. Need an idea how to make your riches, get it from the soul, how to do it in the business. Need an interview, can't lose, if you've been better than bruised. This is exclusive for you, these are the tools. We about to bring you to school, and it before it was cool. Endie Fiya, yo, come get what you need. That's your desire, run with rich and the speed. Endie Fiya, fire. Endie Fiya, fire. Endie Fiya, yo, come get what you need. That's your desire, run with rich and the speed. Endie Fiya, fire. Endie Fiya, fire.
Hello, hello, hello. Let me see if I can get this right. You're tuned in to another episode of Endie Fiya on Tuesday. Yes, we're still working on this. Like, we're still working on the intro for Tuesday nights. It sounds so funny saying, Tuesday, because Endie Fiya, it airs on Thursdays. So it sounds so odd saying Tuesdays. But yes, another Tuesday on Endie Fiya with just Nakia. Yeah, I'm solo, guys, because Rich is sick. He's sick. Like, right? I know my Superman is sick tonight, and I don't know how to deal with that because, like, we don't get sick. Like, we fight through that. And I found out, like, at the last, like, 1 minute ago, like, literally 1 minute ago. So I didn't even have time to prepare and get that last minute, guest co-host. But it's all good. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight with my co-host. I'm sorry, with my guest. I'm super excited to have this young lady on with me tonight. And bear with me because my voice has been going, like, in and out all day. It's been crazy. I do a lot of talking on the phones, like, all day with clients. And so it's been a challenge with me today and my voice. So just bear with me. My guest might have to carry me tonight. It has nothing to do with the weather or anything because where I am, the weather's been a little wishy-washy, a whole lot of crazy. But I hope everyone had an awesome holiday on last Thursday. Hope that you were able to spend a lot of time with your friends, your family, your friends, your loved ones, however you choose to spend your Thanksgiving. I hope that it was amazing for you. I hope that you did have the opportunity to do like I said do and spend some time with those who are a little less fortunate with you. However you chose to do so, I hope that you were able to do so. I want to share just a tidbit of how we chose to share. I am heavily involved with a lot of organizations, and homelessness awareness is one of them. And I had the opportunity to meet a young lady a couple of weeks ago who I don't know like all of her story, but I do know that she was displaced due to a house fire. And at some point in her life prior to the fire, she had to have both of her legs amputated. And she sits in one of the Walmart parking lots where I live at. And we happened to be, just shopping at some of the local stores, around the Walmart one day. And we saw her in the parking lot when we first pulled up, just sitting in the parking lot minding her business, and several carts around her. And, it was a little chilly that night. And we went into the stores and we did what we had to do. We came back, we put our bags in the truck and proceeded to go into the Walmart. and came back, and she was still sitting there. You know, it was getting a little cooler, and she had an umbrella over her. And every time we went past her, she spoke to us. We spoke to her. She spoke to different people or whatever. She wasn't really bothersome to anyone. But something said, go over there and, ask her, is she all right or whatever. I'm sorry, something just said, go over there and give her some money. Like I normally do that anyway. So I gave her some money. And something also then said, go over and ask her if she needed anything. Well, she pulled out a notebook because she had a list of stuff that she needed. So she also had like different bags, that people had given her things. She told me her story, how she had been, misplaced from her house, because of a fire. And prior to the fire, she had both of her legs amputated. And, there were things on her list, that she liked to eat. And, long story short, my kids and I went in the store. We got some of the things that she wanted, or the things that she had given me on the list, that particular list. And so we got the things. We came back out. We chopped it out with her for a little while. And, because she's there in this parking lot every day, she doesn't get a hot meal. She's able to eat like, soup out of a can or whatever, string cheese, things like that. So that's something that I wanted to do, to be able to take her back a hot meal for Thanksgiving. So seeing that I had to work like all day and all night Thanksgiving, that's something I wanted to do on Friday, was to be able to take her this hot meal. And like for me on Thanksgiving, I had like an omelet delivered from Denny's. That was my Thanksgiving. Things like that a lot of people take for granted, especially when Denny's was like the only thing that was delivering, my kids are freaking out, like, Ma, that's all we got to eat, like Denny's, because, I wasn't cooking, take for granted, when you have somebody that's sitting in a parking lot and popping soup out of a can, who's overly gracious to have a hot, meal the following day, So that's why I'm always, just, I know you guys get tired of you beating it in your head, but I was able to also go and visit my grandmother. We talked about this on Saturday for, the holiday. And my grandmother was one of those individuals who suffered severely through the Hurricane Florence. And, there are people that are still, giving, churches and everything that are giving for those families that, were affected by the hurricane. And my grandmother, they went to this church and they gave out like meals, like full meals, like the full turkeys and all the sides and everything. And so my grandmother cooked up this turkey and all the sides for me to be able to bring back, because I'm always talking about, these families. She cooked the turkey for me to be able to just bring back and be able to give to whomever. So I was able to bring back the turkey to give to, a needy family with all the sides, right down to like a cake, the rolls, all the sides, and it's just, you just don't know how exhilarating it is to be able to put a smile on a family's face when they don't know like where the next meal is going to come from. So if you ever have that opportunity, it doesn't even have to be Thanksgiving Day, because I just did this. I just took this yesterday, to a family. So that's why I'm always stuck up on the fact that people say, like, why don't you celebrate Thanksgiving, because I feel like you should be thankful, like, every day. You don't have to have that one day out of the year to be thankful. You should be thankful every day. You should be able to spread that love and that cheer, every day. And so the smiles that you should put on people's faces every day, or the opportunity to be able to put the smiles and the cheer on somebody's face every day, it's just, that should be Thanksgiving every day. So that's my tidbit today. Instead of throwing it on the end, I'm going to put it on the beginning, since Rich isn't here. But Rich, I do hope that you feel better. And before I continue on my soapbox, I do have a very special guest here with me today. This young lady comes by way of a very, very dear friend of mine, Patrick Spellman. If you're listening, big up to you for introducing me to this very, very dear young lady by the name of Colette. She's a pop singer and songwriter, Los Angeles-based singer and songwriter. She's always been a dreamer and had a genuine love for music. Her mother discovered her gifts for music on the way home one day. At the tender age of 2, she knew every song on the radio, and even when her mom turned it to different stations, she sang every word. Kind of sounds like my daughter. She was encouraged by her music teacher to sing at an assembly, and being the bold performer that she is, she didn't back down from the challenge. At the age of 5, she was singing in front of her whole school. She knew then that she was meant to be a singer. Colette has a soothing, seductive voice and has performed at the famous House of Blues and Hard Rock Cafe. She combines old school sounds with a contemporary modern twist. She is an old soul with a beautiful spirit. Sky has been featured on the House of Blues website and on noteworthy publications like Pop Dust and Music Rag. Colette is currently working on her next album, due for release in 2019. After I play 12 a.m. by Colette, Endie Fiya listening fans, followers, and supporters, I'll bring back in our guest today, Miss Colette.
Then the loving starts.